seldom with the dog.
Hello! This is the new van, not the old van. This is the new van, so I'll make sure you know that. Look how nice this looks. I mean, this is starting to really take shape now, isn't it? Look at this. I got in my other module today. Wardrobe and drawers, refrigerator and storage. This is looking really good. I'm happy with this. And I gotta tell you, hang on a second. Let me put this phone on silent so we don't get any calls. So far, between the galley module and these two modules, this has just fallen into place to the inch with what I've been drawing on Google Sketch. Yeah, I've been working on it all winter, so by the time I get in here, I know the cuts I have to make. I know just where the joints are and where everything's going to go together. So it's working out very well. Sure, I knew my cuts, and everything fits perfectly. But the challenge out on the work table, in what order do I assemble these well-known parts? There were a few times I wrenched myself into a box. I really needed my thinking cap for one such assembly. I needed to marry two 6-foot profiles, face to face. How do you fasten them? Well, start by drilling access holes every 24 inches or so. This is where you will insert your hex key or screwdriver. I have learned that automatic transmission fluid is a great lubricator when drilling aluminum. Just touch a drop to the side of the drill bit and the bit does all the work. Once you've drilled all your access holes, it's time for fish sticks. Fish sticks are typically used for pulling wire long distances inside a wall, but they can also push bolts to the access hole. I inserted my hex key into the access hole to act as a stop once the bolt reached that location. Start by preparing your bolt assembly, comprised of a flat slide-in nut developed by the good people over at 8020 and a 5/16 button head bolt. Slide the bolt assembly into the ends of the two profiles. Then, use your fish stick to push the bolt assembly down the profiles until it hits the hex key. I very carefully remove the key and slowly push the bolt until I can see the bolt head is aligned with the access hole. Don't go past. Slowly reinsert the hex key and tighten away. Easy peasy. The wardrobe. The wardrobe, or the armoire, as I like to call it. Here's a spot where you hang your shirts. You got over 40 inches tall, 18 and a half inches wide on the inside. On the inside, it's actually wider. Here's your hanger for reference. I've got two 8-inch drawers. They're going to be nice teak drawers. These aluminum stiles are going to show. This is part of the design. As you can see, this curve, this is all treating the eye. Your eye follows these sight lines, this linear sight line. These curves, these soft curves, bring your eye around. Sculpted. Another offset. This is an important offset right here in terms of feeling the spaciousness in here. I could have brought it all the way out, but then what do we got? We got a big wall of cabinetry like every other van. I didn't want to do that. I like having these little offsets. It gives you a real sense of space. Curves you right into that one. This curves you into the next one. Look at this. I use my cutoffs as stand-in spacers when assembling the components. Clamping the pieces ensures I get a nice tight square connection. It certainly takes more time, but the results are worth it. I'm not here to beat the clock. So, here's what we got here. This is the refrigerator area. I've been through this a few times with you. It's a marine style refrigerator, stainless steel, 2 drawers. Bottom drawer is a freezer, top drawer is the refrigerator. The way I have this positioned, I'm right over the wheel well. I've left myself room underneath for some other systems. This is where my S-bar heating is going to sit. But anyway, back to the fridge. This fridge is going to slide right into this compartment. Typically, you would have a box construction, a cabinet for the fridge, right? And they put it in. I don't need any of that. The fridge has got 4 feet on the bottom. When the fridge gets here in a week, I'm going to see where those feet are located, and I'm just going to tie in some struts. I've got my preloaded mounting screws. I'll put some struts across where the feet are, slide the fridge in, and I'm going to fasten the feet to the struts. Everything is wide open, airy, ventilation. The whole box, the only thing that's covered is the face. This side is what I call the feature wall. That's a cover. This is only a cardboard stand-in. This isn't the real deal. I'm not exactly sure what this is yet. I've got a couple of different ways to go with that. Different materials and surface textures. I can't decide yet. I've got a massive area underneath here. This is where your air heat for the van is going to be. There'll be a blower with an adjustable vent that goes that way, and there'll be another blower with a vent that goes this way. This access panel will come right off, and you can service all your components, including the refrigerator. So this is a massive storage compartment. It's huge. Let me see. Well, we know it's 25 wide, 25 deep. It's almost 20 inches. It's 19 5/8 tall. So it's massive. This would be a great storage compartment for you. If you do want a microwave, this is where the microwave would sit. I don't think a drawer microwave is the right way to go at this height. You're going to have to get one with a door. It's not terrible. It's not above your eyes or above your nose. It's down here, so when you open that door, it's reasonable to put it down on the counter. I will wire this for a microwave. Everything will be here. I'm not putting it in unless the person that buys this van wants it. But that's how I'll leave this. It will be wired for a microwave. I've been employing a little trick I picked up from watching KennyTube build out his van. I found these ring magnets at the Home Depot. Perfect for catching all those filings when drilling. By the way, up to this point, I have only drilled 1 new hole in this van. All the other connections are utilizing existing holes that I enlarged slightly. So what I thought I would do is take this apart and show you what the framing looks like. We don't need this anymore. This was for visual effect. No struts or pieces that are unnecessary. Everything in here is needed. It's nice and solid. It's clean. All the joints are tight. I'm going to actually wall over this window. You're not going to see this window. There'll be a wall here. But it'll be insulated back in there and protected. Same thing with this one back here in the shower area. You know, I think I'm going to leave this open.